Devin Butler in the 71 takes pole position. I believe it's his first with the number 71. Then I lead it right behind him. And rookie driver Gabriel Levarton still struggling to pronounce the Frenchman's name. He's starting up in third position behind him. Season 22, Formula E champion Marco Catfish starting second from Dav Sanchez. His former teammate, I believe, at some point, if I've got that wrong, comments. But then, our man Cyril, or Kirel if you're inclined, still struggling pronouncing a lot of the European drivers' names. He's up in 6th in what has been an amazing start to his rookie campaign. Behind him, Bob Marinai starts 14th. Back in season 15 in Wheeler, he went flying down at turn number 7. Then it's Tommy in 8th from Linus Eriksson and Max Biltmore, the reigning champion. Still struggling in these early stages of season number 3. And Colby in the Sims high-speed number 37 starts 11th from Thornburg and his teammate Massey Medved is 66. Then it's Wet Loco. So many positions away from his more experienced teammate. Then it's Van Vong starting 15th. He struggled qualifying for the other rookie driver. Pierre Gasly in the 3 starts 16th from Micah in North the only one pretty hard. Then it's Hudson, Ghosted, Shen and Olsen in the 95. But for Devin Butler, the British driver with Team Penske, he's got an opportunity to win his first race, I believe. Of course, that Shell Pennzoil sponsorship turning the car yellow as the pace car is going to peel into the pits at the end of this lap. Devin Butler's got a mountain to climb if he's to win here in St. Petersburg. He's got Prix, Levarton and Catfish right behind him. Heading on to the main straight. Here we go, boys. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Here they come down into the first chicane. Don't count that kink as the first turn coming out of 3. Butler, of course, still in front. Matty Medved. He's got a corner cut already. His teammate was looking for a move on Niven Colby here. Goes very wide and off the track. He's going to try and lunge around the outside. And he just can't get the move done. Side by side with his teammate. Here comes Matty Medved. Goes alongside with Colby, and that's going to be 11th for him. Meanwhile, further up front, Quee closing in to the back of Butler. Sanchez been given a time penalty for causing a collision. Here he comes with a lunge. Almost hits the wall. And we've got yellows. Tommy further back. He's hit the wall and facing backwards. And that's the reigning champion. Reigning champion Maximilian Bourdcar also in the wall. And he rejoins this race in 21st and penultimate last position with front wing damage. So a terrible opening lap of both Andretti Green drivers, one of them with a penalty and another with major damage. Tommy, of course, fighting the time penalty for that incident, and it must have been a similar lunge to Sanchez. That lunge took the Philippine driver up into 3rd with the man from Hong Kong. That's what he wanted it to do. Loco with a corner cut warning. You get 2 of those and it's a 5-second time penalty, I believe. It is meant to be more harsh than a simple track limits infringement. But looking with Sanchez now, he's going to have to defend in a hard-charging pack. We go on board with Armand Criel, 2nd or 3rd last time out, rather, and a corner cut for Sanchez again. Full course caution, it's Ghosted. Ghosted, winner last time out. And he's out here in St. Pete. Full course caution on lap 2, or lap 3 rather. Well, that gives me a little bit of time to just chill out. Bourdcar's actually stayed out despite his front wing damage, so that's going to cost them quite a bit as we now get back underway on lap 14, or lap 4 of 15 rather. Just going to point this out, the Mai Shank number 14 of Bob Marinai, the Mexican driver, trying to close up to the Frenchman in front, who's actually all over the gearbox of Awful Catfish. And not Q further back, a corner cut warning, and Qui is closing in. The Dutchman in the 99, he's been with Hyperdrive Racing for so long, but wins and any sort of success always just seems to elude him. It's through no fault of his own as well. I think Qui is a solid driver. He's not a generational talent, but he's solid. He should be able to get wins done. Colby going for the move on Medvec as Olsen time penalty collision with Ray Shen. Here they go through the final two turns, and it is Colby in front into 9th position. He's been making his way through the pack, has the 37, Catfish with the fastest lap, as here comes Labarton, goes side by side. Meanwhile, further up front, Sanchez gets past Queen, gets a corner cut warning, seemingly unfair, did really just hop over the curb. And Gabrielle, well, for the AJ Foyt driver, looked like a move was on the cards, and it just really wasn't. And Sanchez here about to get passed by Qui, his teammate Max Bortcar's coming to the pits. Qui closing in, he's going for it, he's going to have to use a lot of that push to pass to try and get past Devin Butler in front of him. He's just not able to do it, and it's a full course caution! Creel's in the wall! The rookie, Arman Creel out! And it's both Apex Pinnacle drivers out here in St. Petersburg. I can't believe it. That's the team that's leading the championship heading into this race. The team that won with a 1-3 last time out. And they're not going to have either driver finish. Full course caution's ending, and we get back underway. About to begin lap 6, as in they come to serve their first stops. The top 3 all into the pits. Catfish will take the lead on lap 6 of 15, with Bob Marino right behind him. These two might have come across each other in the ERL Formula E Series, in the teams of that series' existence. Maybe, maybe not. Look at Lam Fong, though, a corner cut penalty. Rare to see those, but not at this track. Close to the wall for Pierre Gasly. Olsen getting a corner cut warning. Has this under down the inside, does Gasly, and he moves up into 6th position in the 3 car. He's done every lap on those medium tyres. We've got some drivers out there on the hards, and according to Anok Huey, those tyres should be good. Anok Huey's tyres are doing alright, and almost the wall for Pierre. Drops down to 7th, but he holds the inside. What's he going to do from here? Is he lunging? He's not going to make the lunge, and that's the smart thing to do in that position. You cannot lunge from that far back and expect for a move to be made. As we watch Gabrielle, he's actually come out second in terms of all the drivers who've pitted. Bargington and his crew have made he's made amazing work of the strategy here in terms of how quickly they got the tyres changed. Niven Colby for the Sims Motorsport High Speed team currently leads this race. Won the first INDYCAR race, of course, in this very location. As they now come through the 2nd sector, he's going to have to start defending from Bob Marino. But the Meyershank driver, he really hasn't been attacking that much. He easily has the pace, we think, in that Meyershank car to go for the lead, but he's just chosen not to. And Manny Medvec might just be about to take advantage of that, as you can see Wet Loco and Pierre Gasly going absolutely loco in the background there. Here comes Medvec, tries to go around the outside. Can he get the move done? No, he can't. He's lost a lot of time coming out of the second part of that, and he has to pit 19% on his softs. What an effort on that stint. As once a lap, 8 of 15. Colby leads, Marino second, and Milsos Micah is third. Sims Motorsport trying to go as long as possible as Gabrielle Lebogton with the fastest lap, a 101, I believe, if not a 103. On board we are with the 19 for AJ Foyt. you really break through that entire opening sector. This track, really high speed for the first and the last sectors. It's just that middle sector where it's a lot more technical. It's a really fun circuit to drive on. I think it's easy to see why it's one of the drivers' favourites. In terms of a favourite for the fans, well, we've seen some great overtakes here over the seasons, but there are still better tracks on the calendar in my opinion. Look at the grip that Matty Medvec has with those new hard tyres compared to the top three that we just saw. Micah currently leads, but here comes Devin Butler to crash that party. Devin Butler, with 6 laps to go, leads here in St. Petersburg, Florida, from Milsos Micah and Gabriel Lebarxin, whose soft tyres already ailing him. This is the strategy that Sims were trying to get with, I guess. As there goes Gabriel up to P2, but he's at 58% tyre wear compared to Milsos, who's at 21, has somehow managed to make those mediums work for 9 laps. He's done the second longest, well, he can do the second longest stint of any driver, with an OQ being the only man who can go longer. As you can see, a lot of weaving. I think that's Ericsson. That was Linus, who was weaving quite a bit in the 8. There goes Qui up into P3. What can Linus Ericsson do from here? Is he going to try and make the cross work? He's going for it now, but he's not diving. They're both coming in. Micah and Ericsson coming into the pits together. Micah's doing the one-stop. And OQ's just started his 10th lap on the same set of hard tyres that he started this race with. The one-stop, if you use the hard tyres, is possible. Heck, for Milsos, he's gone onto another set of mediums. He can do the one-stop too, as that was close to the wall for Catfish, who wanted to go around the outside there and just wasn't even allowed to. Door firmly shut by Catfish to take 4th position now. And we're on board with Carson Thornburg in the 97. Chip Ganassi Racing trying to get a lot more out of this season compared to what you saw in the pre-season test, because in that they seem to be absolutely nowhere. Gabriel's closing in. What we need to know is whether or not his tyres will last. We predict that these soft tyres can only really do 5-ish laps. Tommy's been given a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. But Gabby's closing up now. 0.3 of a second. Max Bortkar, corner cut warning. Here comes Gabby. He's roughly maintaining that 0.4 deficit. Gasly with a corner cut too. We're seeing a lot of track limits infringements coming in right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of the drivers have set real fastest laps, but just haven't been allowed to keep it. Not Hughes just coming to the pits in 19th and penultimate last position. Looking at car number 19, and I think he doesn't have the pace for it anymore. Butler's gone off the track. A lot of weaving for Devon, and a lot of weaving for Gabriel too. Hyperdriver waiting to capitalize on any significant event that they can. Currently, I don't think they've taken any wins in INDYCAR. So a win today would be their first. They've taken podiums, yes, but never a win. And Gabby's into the pits. Butler leads with the 2 hyperdrive drivers behind him. 3 to go, and I don't think the top 3 are going to pit. Bortkar's been given a time penalty for a corner cut in a very, very sad race for our reigning drivers' champion. Ray Shen, many others actually coming into the pits for their second pit stop. So, whether or not this race is a 2-stop event or a 1-stop, we'll find out. But I'm pretty sure the winning strategy was to go, one of your sets is a medium and the other is hards. Because those are the 2 longest lasting tyres. Because, well, we have seen quite a bit of tyre drag around here. Not a lot, but enough for it to be worrying. We've seen that if you don't have the grip, you might hit the wall. And that's something that both Pinnacle drivers found out the hard way. It's something that Max Sportcar found out the hard way as well. But, looking at Milsos, as we've only got a handful of laps left to go, and not Q's been given a time penalty for corner cut. Qui's come into the pits. Qui comes in for the second stop. That's an interesting decision for the strategy. Can Micah hold it round the outside? As Hudson's come in too. There goes Milsos Micah to P9 here in St. Pete. Lam Vong of Vietnam in the 73 there, the first Vietnamese ERL driver, tries to close up to the back of Milsos, but I think there's a lot of pace in that Sims Hyperdrive car that hasn't been let on. I can see a podium potentially falling into the hands of the 11 car, but he's going to need a lot of luck. As you saw there, that's his teammate Niven Colby and Carson Thornburg going side by side out of that chicane. We've seen cars crash down there. But on to the penultimate lap we go. And Devin Butler is ready to win here in St. Pete. Catfish is trying to close up. He's got technically fresher medium tyres. Only by a lap. It's not enough to help him get past. So all that the Season 22 Formula E champion can do is hold on to P2 here. We've got some too wide action down here. Colby and Marino off the track and into the wall for Niven Colby! Out of the race for Niven! It's a full course caution! And the Malaysian is out. Butler's lost time under that FCY. And my oh my. We've seen crashes like that before in San Marino and at the old Manila layout, rather, the one that was used in Season 15 as we get back underway. That wall, if you're going too wide, it can catch you out, and we've seen it happen so many times. Side by side again, and contact! That's Bob Marino! Oh! Oh dear! Another yellow flag period, but we get back underway swiftly. That was Weck Loco for Team Penske also getting involved with front wing damage. Bob Marino got hit thrice there. It's a wonder how he's still in this race. Devin Butler has gone on to the final lap here in St. Pete. Loco's going to have to stay out here and trying to hold on to points. I don't see him dropping down any further than 12, but we've got so many instances of too wide racing. The entire pack has decided, alright, you're near to me, it's go time. We're making the moves that no one else is ever going to make. This is really desperate for position. Sanchez with a track limits warning. Just look at this. So close to the wall. It's a wonder that no one's come into conflict here. And it's a puncture for Pierre Gasly! Gasly's got a puncture on the final lap! Oh, he's gone way too long on those tyres! And it's come back to bite him. He's going to drop down the order as Devin Butler celebrates. Matty Medvec is out of this race. He's in the wall. Terrible for the rookie. But Butler celebrates with victory in St. Pete. Catfish is going to come across the line. And in only his second IndyCar race, he's going to be classified P2. Carson Thornburg. Multiple times he's been in the championship hunt. He will be classified as third. As we're about to go back green, Gasly is holding up the pack here. Full car puncture for the number 3. And he's not pitting. He's staying out. He wants to see if he can get a point from this. And it's close, but he's done it. Just 10th. And a full car puncture for Tommy as well. Where has this come from? I think it's just Revolution and Palace struggling on strategy. But this is the podium. Interesting to see Devin Butler taking victory in race 2. Even more interesting to see Formula E champion Awful Catfish in second. Wonder if he can go for the double, become the first INDYCAR and Formula E champion. And Carson Thornburg coming home with a spectacular third place finish. Then it's Bob Marino, Gabriel Lebarton, and Linus Eriksson from Nelson Sniper. Black Loco with that front end damage. Ram Fong and Pierre Gasly up to 100 points. We've got OP, Ray Shen 21st to 12th, and Lewis Olsen 22nd to 13th. Then it's Dominic Hudson, and OpU, Max Borkard, Daf Sanchez, and Tommy. Who are non-finishers being Maddie Medbeck, Niven Colby, Armand Priel, and Ghosted. In the driver standings, Linus Eriksson leads the points despite not taking a single win, and Arthur Catfish is second, also without taking a win. Behind them, third place is Devin Butler with Ghosted. Behind him, then it's Bob Marino, Carson Thornburg, Armand Priel, the rookie driver, currently leading the rookie points, and Dav Sanchez in 8th. Gabriel Lebarton is tied for 8th position from Matt Medbeck and Wet Loco. Then it's Nilsel Spiker teammate Niven Colby, Lam Fong, and Pierre Gasly taking his first points despite having a full car puncture. With your non-scorers up to the first 2 races being Ray Shen, OpU, Max Borkart, Dominic Hudson, Lewis Olsen, Tommy, and Prix. In the constructors standings, heading into round 3 in INDYCAR, Apex Pinnacle still leads the way despite not taking any points today. Then it's Team Penske, Hyperdrive BBX tied with Aaron McLaren SP, then it's Maya Shank, Chip Ganassi, AJ Foyt, Enterprise, and Freddie Green, Sims High Speed, Revolution Racing, and Power Motorsport. We'll see you guys next time then when the ERL INDYCAR series returns.